Hey guys, we'll give it a couple of seconds to let everyone in the room. Let me hear the feedback. There we go. Hey guys. Sounds good. All right. It's kind of a little bit later for me, this little pop-up. Start a Q&A or let viewers ask questions or weigh in on a topic. Well, they can always do that, I suppose. Write it in the chat. Hey, everyone. Okay, so I wrote, I'm good with me now. This work is extraordinary if you really look at it. If you really, really, really look at the monumental task we've considered. We have it up here, but there's a valuable relationship in the depth of knowing as opposed to the fractal mind knowing. Because the fractal mind is validated through emotions. And those emotions make you feel a particular way, satisfying the ego with that relationship of that concept. So the monumental task of a species that doesn't know it's connected to creation, doesn't know it's one and all, doesn't know it is God, creator, doesn't know all creation exists inside of it. It's less than, it's hopeful, needful, purposeful. It's identified, it's intentional, it's desirous, it's wanting, it's joyous, it's identified, it's external, it's objectified. This fractal that we've created out of separation. And sometimes you take on a posture, which is an approach to a moment with a vibrational truth of self. And that self, whether it's a good self or a bad self, what was that? Okay. Whether it was one, what? What, Vicky? Yes. Yes, I'm on. Yes. Okay. Whether it's a good self or a bad self, the work we do is observe and we see ourselves. Well, what I discovered about me is I don't think I was okay with me. Not the external identity, not the physical appearance, not the decisions that I've made, but in regards to the self of in regards to the self of being enough, I suppose. I had a meditation earlier. I was with the Pleiadian. Chupa is his name. And Chupa showed me that I wasn't okay with myself. And I can't change that. I can't change that. I can accept that I have anger and I've externalized that anger. When I am betrayed or victim, I get to use hate and I get to objectify my hate, and it makes me feel good. It makes me feel good to be angry, to yell and scream. And people get to feel good when people are acting like a fool. The calm, collected people that are mature, but they're just as emotional as the person that's acting like a schizoid. Because they're living the energy of that identity. They're living the energy of that identity. And I was living the energy of the identity of I'm enough. And all is good, but I'm not. I'm not good with me yet. And see, even that yet might have been a reaction because I want to make sure I'm still in good. What? Vicky, you keep texting me. Odd, it's not coming up. Well, I seem to be live. Guys, I got 11 people watching. Okay, yeah. Hi, Debbie. I was thinking about you today. Hi, Jen. Hi. So the point is I'm gonna copy and send this over to Vicky, who seems to can't find. Let me just send her the link, and maybe she can do it. Okay. Thanks, guys, for hanging on with me. Oh, I'm on. I'm rebooted. She's on. Okay. So, I wasn't okay. I want an outcome, guys. I want a better outcome. I want a better outcome. I do. That's looking right at the ego, isn't it? See, and that's my point is I'm not okay with the person. Me right now, I'm not okay with the person who wants a better outcome. I'm not okay with it. I have to be. I have to be good with what I am right now. And that is challenging. And I want you guys to know that. When you are challenged with your ego, it says that you don't like what you're doing or you can be better in what you are, you can be okay with it. I'm doing my best to totally surrender to that. But then it just stirs up a hornet's nest of, I want a result. That's my lack. That's my fucking lack. And I got to be okay with that. And I'm not. And here's the coolest thing about this is it doesn't matter if there's a result or not, because whatever the result is out of the work and out of this incarnation I've done, it'll never be satisfactory to the ego, because the ego is lack itself. So I know up here, logically, with the work, intelligently, I know that wanting something that's birthed from lack is going to never be realized in its fullness. It'll be always ordained with lack. So no matter what, all of you, right? Had a person, they're having issues, and you give them the golden nugget, and it's all gone. And they don't want it to be gone because that's their identity. So I don't want the results. I just want to seek and be angry and hate that I can't get the lack. I have envy still. I'm still jealous. I'm still these human things. So I look back and what the fuck did we do? The only ones that are doing this are humans. The only ones that are fucking doing this are fucking humans. And that makes me mad. That makes me mad. It's the pureness of separation. No matter what, it all has to be done internally. all the transcendence. It can never be given. Ever. I don't want to live high as a kite on emotion anymore. I don't want to hate and I don't want to be joyous. I don't want to be successful and I don't want to fail. I don't want any goddamn part of separation, but I can't have it taken away. I have to do it myself. And I want you guys to know you have to be okay with yourself. You know? And deep, it doesn't destroy us. It doesn't destroy us. It can't. Nothing can be destroyed. See, that's the fucking thing. There's no finite to any relationship. There's no finite to hate or anger. It is just a continuance as long as it's validated. That's the joy and the ability of creation. There's never an end to anything. It's all constantly created. So I have a relationship with hate and joy because of my victimization, my thing that's in the core of me. And I've done an incredible fucking amount of work, but I can't give myself a goddamn blowjob up here in my mind and talk me into it with emotions to tell me it's okay, and it's not okay because I'm not okay with me, and that's what I got to be okay with. Yeah, I know love is God. It's the unconditional. We know love isn't a relationship. It's a relationship, the reality through human. I got you. Oh. Anyways, I needed to bear a little vulnerability here. See, the mind is seductive, and it's selling you story after story after story, and we have to know the mind and know the relationship behind it, and whatever you discover about yourself, because it isn't about the outside, and don't pretend that it's about the outside. It's always how you interpret your bubble, which is all it is, right? You got to be okay with what you discover about yourself. And I think I was missing that. I think I was missing that. Chupa, this Pleiadian, helped me see that I'm not okay being me, that I'm continuing to posture my cycled idea of I'm doing this work, offering this to human and not getting a payoff. I got a great life. I'm madly in love with my Tommy Jean. I have a nice apartment. I have all the things I need, but the lack is circling. So those externalizations, those objects are irrelevant. You can resume yourself to fucking a slow death and externalize all, but it never fills. It only creates a cycle. That's all it does. And I discovered tonight that I was not allowing myself to be okay with myself. I use the words, I'm not enough. Yeah. And here's another thing. Look, he just wrote it here. The ego is strengthened through self-pity. Yes, of course. But you can't use love to get rid of self-pity, because love is an attitude. It's an approach. It's a relationship. I love self-pity. Let me be self-pity. Why can't I be self-pity? I got to be okay with that. Why can't I experience myself in my full fucking pain? Why? Because my ego says it's wrong. Because my ego says I have to fix it and not be that. And I was missing that. I was not okay with myself being self-pity. I was accepting it, surrendering it to it, but I was not being in it in the acceptance of who I am, because everything in creation is unconditional. Nothing is judged until this little fucker up here judges it. This right here is the only judge in all of creation. You. That's the only judge. Whatever you're saying is an internal dialogue. You are putting it out there. I put it out there for people to get, but it's an internal dialogue. They get it. You guys are listening, but it's getting it to you your way. I have no say in it. That's what I wanted to make a difference. I want you to have say in it. I can't give you that. I can't give you. I want me to have say in your reality, and I can't give you that. I can't. I'm not enough because of that. So I tried harder. I've done great work, though. I mean, I've really cleared up a lot of the shit. I have. But then we dig deeper, don't we? And we find deeper parts of us, and that's what we're doing tonight. You see, we're discovering that it's okay to be whatever the fuck you are in the moment. And remember Ramtha, wonderful, wonderful, absolute dragon, you know. Ascension occurs when two things happen. You're perfectly okay without one waver, a total knowing of where you are, and a total knowing of who you are in that very moment. And I was accepting me as enough. See, the enough is enough, but it was not accepting me as what I am in that very moment, because my posture was still trying to change it, which was a fucking cycle. It was a cycle of intention and grabbing and fortifying itself. And also lightening up came into my reality yesterday. I can't pretend to be lightened up. I can't pretend, but I can enjoy when I am light. When I'm enlightening, I fight the enjoyment, because when your life is a misery, it's better to be miserable because you're more familiar with misery. And a lot of you know what I'm talking about. You're more familiar with misery, so you can only have X amount of joy before it gets too much. But when the joy comes, I think it's the same as when the anger or the pain comes. I think it's the same. And the same needs to be, you got to be okay with who you are right now. I'm good right now. I'm good with me. I'm okay with me. I'm good with me right now. When you get that, now I don't think you need to affirm it and just continue to, let me show that. Yeah, there we go. So who do you suppose you being right now? Because that's who is vibration. So who do you suppose you're being? See, that's a great question, Jennifer. I think I was looking for something that isn't there. I think I was looking for a permanency. I have vibrational tactician that I'm working on, growing familiar with vibration. The next thing I'm teaching is persona development. And I think I found another key about persona development is because there's a persona of truth, but I don't think we're being anything that can be described. I think we're constantly changing. But the isness, the knowing creator, is what's always present. The way you behave is going to be in flux, constant change. I think that's what's going to happen, Jennifer. I'm feeling that if I hold in time with memory, is the only way I can hold it in time, a certain way to be, then I'll structure myself with that continuous thought to make sure or feel I'm feeling being this person, this identity. I don't think we're permanent. I think our isness is obviously permanent. Our existence is permanent. That's a given. But I think there's an underlying truth of awareness that can't be shaped into a personality. I think that constant change. Because if I'm poof, after here, vibrationally, I attract and am birthed into a Pleiadian civilization, I'm still going to be present, but I'm going to be birthed into a Pleiadian idea experience, and I'm going to manifest my beliefs or my truths around that experience. And there's going to be a way to project my expression as a uniqueness in that culture. But I can't carry that, and I can't certainty of that, because I'm not going to have a memory of a posture of what I'm supposed to be, because I am being in that moment. Here, memory, I think I need to see that, Jennifer. I need to see that I wasn't okay with being who I am, you know, in that moment. I'm okay being Roxanne in the resume of my journey, but that lies in the memory. I'm talking about the current self with all of its things. You accept and surrender to yourself, but I don't think I was 100% okay. And I think it's a new layer for us. So what I love to do is tell you about it. And I had to be okay with that, because I wanted to make sure you got it. And I can't make sure you get anything, because no one can give you shit. You have to accept everything. They can offer it. Oh, yeah, but they can't give it to you until you accept it. So I had to be okay with not being able to give it to you in the way of here, and it's an automatic understanding. I had to be okay with offering only, without the results of that work. I had to be okay with I love to teach and speak. I had to be okay that I don't think I'm good enough. I had to be okay that I love to write. I have to be okay I'm afraid about my future. I was accepting myself as that, but I wasn't fully embracing. I wasn't okay with the self in that moment. I think that's what I wanted to say tonight. I think that's what I want to say tonight. I think it's a new layer. I think, yes, exactly. It goes so deep. Absolutely, Dave. Absolutely. I think that's what I want to say. What I like about this moment is I like you guys are there. And I like, as a collective, we're really interested in waking up this fucking species. And the only thing we have access to is right here. Whatever vibrates that attracts is our access to our own evolution. We are 100% dictating our own individual singular revolution of self, leading to the evolution of the species. It's all up to every single point of awareness. And it's up to us in the way we relate to it. Choose it. Understand it. And I love it. I love that we get to do this. I don't know if I knew how much I do love it. Fuck. Because I wanted it to end. I I think my anger was I was tired. Not tired of teaching, just tired of the work itself. And I wanted freedom from that last bit of pain inside of me, which I don't even know it's possible. Of course it's possible because we think about it. You know? I think it's good work that we do, all of us. I think we do good work. We come here and we're bumping around not knowing what the fuck we are. We're reckless and careless, needful and wanting. We're just runaway trains. And I think that's exceptional. I think that is fucking exceptional, that we have that ability. So my truth, for me, is I really, really enjoy the journey. But I don't think I was accepting it fully because I was wanting it to end, which was creating a lackful self of continuation because I can't get the end. I have to be okay with me as I move, being okay with me. I was okay with me in time. I wasn't okay with me in the constant current. Something I think we can work on together. I think we can work on that together. Individually, but as a collective, sharing these vibrational insights within our expression of the self-investigating always feeds the collective of humanity, always is constantly offering the collective of humanity, vibrating that. I think it's good. Yes, I do, Dave. I do. I know you guys love me. I know my work is good. It's very difficult to accept that because you don't have the egoic tangibles that create that value. And that's a self that I was not okay with yet. I had to be okay with the self that didn't have those things. Every moment, every externalization, I was not being that surrendered to the moment of the self. But that's what we do, right? We go to work. We go to work and we discover. And I think today we've chipped away. So, a little bit of an update. I've finished the Angelics, the book. I finished the final read editing. I got the graphic art cover is going to be done in the next week. And then I'm going to get it converted over. So by the end of the month, I think it should be up on Amazon. And I'm going to put it on, I think there's a thing called Lulu, digital reading, and Draft to You or Draft to Digital or something like that. Anyways, they're EPUB platforms that e-publishing platforms that you can get the book and read it. And then, of course, Amazon, you can get the hard copy and stuff like that. I don't know if you can on the other ones. But anyways, so I fucking loved writing the Angelics. And I was just a total slipstream around about it. And I'm about 3,000 words into the next book called Venusia. So that one's already going. And that's a relationship that doesn't allow any lack in because it's me in that world. That's very exciting. And so that always shows me the possibility of a relationship. And if I can have it with, when I'm writing the book, I can have it with everything else I'm looking at, can't I? Yeah, because that's an internal state. But that's why we do the work. Anyways. Hey, listen, everyone, thank you all for joining in. And if you like to support the channel, of course, thumbs up, donation button down there. And my Odyssey of Ascension, if you need to contact me, it's right there. You can drop me an email. All right, guys, enjoy your week, and we'll see you I don't think, yeah, I'll probably be on before the end of the month again. I love you guys. Thanks again for tuning in. Thanks again for all of you journeying with me with this exceptional idea of fucking the masterclass of humanity. Love you guys.